So with SEO soccer architecture, there's two parts of it that you can group things together. And I use an old hotel term that's called the front of the house and the back of the house. Now the front of the house in the hotel business means the lobby and everything that the customers can actually see. And that's the stuff you try and keep nice and tidy and whatever. So in SEO, when it comes to the front of the house, the three things that I tell people to really focus on is, one of the first is navigation, right? And don't get too crazy with your navigation. A lot of people like to have like way too much fun with this, like they're using Flash or really complicated JavaScript or all kinds of fancy crazy stuff on this. In reality, the humans like it simple and so do the search engines. So if you keep it that way, you know, you're really money on that front. The other way is what's called taxonomies, right? And this is the idea of kind of grouping things together by a certain subject, right? So if you're a larger site, especially that's got a lot of content on it, trying to group it together in what's called like a hub and spoke kind of design, which means that, say like you're a news site and you've got things on news and weather and sports and whatnot to it, make sure that you've got little intermediary stops in that kind of hierarchy of all that content to where there's one group that's just all about sports. There's another one that's all about weather and whatnot. And then all those other articles that are underneath it kind of group underneath it. The search engines like it, people like it a lot better, and it's a lot easier to read. And then finally, what's called HTML structure, right? So this has actually a little to do with the behind the scenes structure. It's more about just how the pages are all laid out. And again, that old adage about keep it simple, that's a great way to go with this, because again, the humans don't really like complicated. They get flustered and they kind of float around, and the search engines are kind of the same way, that they're busy. If you think about it, Google's got to go out there and look at the entire internet every day a lot. And so the more simple you can make your site, the easier it is for the search engine bots to come through and actually look at all that great information. So if you keep that in mind, you'll rarely have any problems with the search engines.